Good morning, world. Welcome to a new edition of Cedric and Brian. Cedric's donning his Lakers basketball shirt.
I'm not watching.
Because we are going to talk about basketball.
That's the only reason I'm putting this on. Actually, I was going to change shirts, but Brian said, put it on. I said, only because we're talking about basketball, I'll wear the shirt, but I'm not watching it. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian. All right, Cedric, so explain why I made you keep that on.
Well, actually, I went for a walk this morning. I said, I need to put on something that I don't mind getting dirty or soiled, and this was it. But, you know what, I'm a Laker fan, just not watching based on principle. If you guys went back to our earlier videos, you know about the whole BLM movement and how it's printed on the court in Orlando, Florida. And we're going to talk about a young man from the Orlando Magic by the name of Jonathan Issac. And I don't know him, he doesn't know us, but I applaud that young man. Yes.
I'm standing for him.
Yes, I will stand for him. The story is a little bit older now. It's a few days old. But if you don't know, Jonathan Issac decided to stand during the National Anthem. What a concept. Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
And he decided not to wear.
And he did not wear his BLM shirt. Now, everybody else decided to kneel and lock arms in a form of a show of solidarity. Kneel and wear their BLM shirt, except for Jonathan Issac.
You always say BLM. You don't want to say Black Lives Matter?
No, I don't.
Do you not think Black Lives Matter?
You're just trying to bait me. I'm already day one into keto and I'm already triggered. Don't make it any worse.
That said Black Lives Matter, not BLM.
Black Lives Matter. And here's the thing. If you go look at the interview that Jonathan Issac did, he articulated very well. The thing that irritates me is that after the game, it wasn't about the fact that he scored 16 points and grabbed 6 rebounds. The reporters want to know 2 things.
What was that?
Go ahead.
You want to show it? I'll show the clip right now.
Show the clip right now.
Let's fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket brave.
Before you talk about, because I know you have a lot to say, what's his name again, John?
Jonathan Issac.
Jonathan Issac. The reporter, I guess, on her Instagram page, she's a big Black Lives Matter supporter. So, of course, she kept going after him, not about basketball.
First question, Taylor Rooks with Bleacher Report. Make sure you unmute.
Hey, so I have a 2-part question for you. So you didn't kneel during the anthem, but you also didn't wear a Black Lives Matter shirt. Do you believe that Black Lives Matter?
Of course, I think these reporters were there to talk about basketball. Don't we escape reality? We watch sports to escape reality, right?
Yes.
And I'm a football guy, and I'm disgusted about the whole football thing, too. I don't know what's going to happen with the season, but this whole thing was started because of Colin Kaepernick. I mean, that's the whole... That gets my blood boiling, but we're talking about this young man who...
Woo! It's a damn shame.
And you can get your new It's a Damn Shame shirts on Teespring at Cedric and Brian.
Jeez.
But anyways, it's just so disingenuous. But, you know, talk about that interview, because I'm not a religious person, Cedric is. I am so proud of this kid for doing the brave thing.
Doing the brave thing.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone's under the misconception. I mean, do what you want. And I'm not here to say, I believe... Personally, we are, if you want to call us, we are opinion journalists, if you want to call us journalists.
We're not journalists.
We're opinion-based people. So it is my opinion that you should stand and acknowledge the flag. I'm a PA announcer for a college basketball team. I've done that for 18 years, and part of my PA announcement at the beginning of the game is, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing or singing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. And everyone does without question. It's just paying respect to our flag.
Well, these guys are making millions of dollars, not just off China, but off the United States.
No,
I know you would think with LeBron that they're just making their money from China.
Right.
But come on.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
No. So anyway, he went on to say that, so everybody else, we're not here to say whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. Do what you want to do. I think it's wrong. So whether you decide to kneel, stand on your left foot, face east, stand on your head, but fine. But make sure that you're respectful to someone else who decides to do the same thing and don't throw a fit. And this reporter disrespected that. This young man decided to stand for the national anthem and decided not to wear a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. So after the game, he wasn't asked about his 16 points and 6 rebounds, which is a great game considering he had a major knee surgery back in February. But thank goodness, I mean, not thank goodness, but the COVID thing wiped out the season, which gave him time to rehab. Right. Comes back, playing the game that he loves, wasn't asked about the game. And it wasn't like he didn't have scrub points. It was like he went out there and had 3 points and 1 rebound. He contributed. Yeah. He had 16 points, 6 rebounds, and you would think she would ask about that.
Do you believe that Black Lives Matter?
Absolutely. I believe that Black Lives Matter. A lot went into my decision, and part of it is, first off, is my thought that, kneeling or wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt don't go hand in hand with supporting Black lives. And so I felt like, just me personally, and what it is that I believe in, standing on the stance that I do believe that Black Lives Matter, but I just felt like it was a decision that I had to make, and I didn't feel like putting that shirt on and kneeling went hand in hand with supporting Black lives, or that it made me support Black lives or not. I believe that for myself, my life has been supported through the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that everyone is made in the image of God, and that we all fall short of God's glory, that we can get past skin color, we can get past all the things in our world that are messed up, jacked up. I think when you look around, racism isn't the only thing that plagues our society, that plagues our nation, that plagues our world. And I feel like, coming together on that message that we want to get past not only racism, but everything that plagues this other society.
But as you just saw in the clip, he was asked not once, but twice, why did you not kneel for the anthem, and why did you not wear your Black Lives Matter t-shirt? And
she didn't like his first answer, so she had to follow up.
I'll ask it again.
Oh, am I able to follow up with a quick one?
Yes, please do. Go ahead.
Okay. So Jonathan, I'm asking this with all sincerity. I just want to really understand your reasoning for that. Can you just explain further what you feel like religion has to do with kneeling for the anthem to protest against racism and police brutality? The correlation between those two?
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't really see it as religion for myself. I see it as a relationship with God. Through his son who died for our sins. I feel like not only I don't think that kneeling or putting on a t-shirt for me personally is the answer. I feel like for me, Black lives are supported through the gospel. All lives are supported through the gospel. That we all, like I said, have things that we do wrong, and sometimes it gets into a place of pointing fingers about which wrong is worse.
Yeah, I'll just ask you again. He said it, and I'm sure he was nervous. I mean, that took courage. That took courage. That was big time.
And he did I thought he was composed.
Yeah.
And did a great job. He didn't seem flustered. For somebody, he's just a young kid.
Right. He said basically in a nutshell that I kneel before Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian. My faith is important to me. And he said, I don't believe that kneeling or wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt has anything to do with 2 words, with Black lives. And like we said a few weeks ago in one of our videos, is like, of course Black Lives Matter. To say that, to have this thing going on saying Black Lives Matter, there has to be a group of people out there that are saying Black Lives Matter, Black lives don't matter.
Right.
And they do matter. And here's the thing, here's the irony of this, I was just thinking about this, is that 80% of the National Basketball Association is Black. The minimum salary for a rookie, a guy fresh out of college,
sitting on the bench,
is $893,000. Yeah, $893,000 a year. After taxes, you're making a pretty good living. So here's a group comprised of 80% blacks who are saying that Black lives don't matter. I bet you give me $893,000 a year. If Black lives didn't matter, there'll be some secret organization that are trying to defund or disassemble the NBA. If Black lives really didn't matter, but here you're getting paid an obscene amount of money for playing a sport that you've loved since a little boy. Your sister organization, the WNBA, I think the 20 or 30 people they have watching those games, they're going to be gone anyway. They don't get paid nearly, but you're getting paid a boatload of money, and you have the audacity to say that Black lives don't matter. If Black lives didn't matter, you wouldn't have this platform and get paid all that money to say the stupid stuff you say.
Well, not only that, we brought up about 2 months ago how the founders, or two of the founders of Black Lives Matter, are Marxists.
Right.
Okay, Marxist. That's socialist for those of you who don't know. So that's socialism. Marx was a big proponent of socialism. When Lenin got a hold of it, of course, turned to communism, and millions of people died. But that's a story for another day. But these basketball players are making the kind of money they do in a free, open market. Nobody's forcing them. The government isn't taking money and giving it to them, right?
Right.
They're doing it because the market says, hey, all these people want to watch you play basketball. They don't want to watch you kneel for the flag that they are proud of.
Right. I have a question. Our channel's growing. Thank you again for that. If by chance, if there's any NBA players, and I have a serious question. If there's any NBA players watching, or if you're related to an NBA player, with all the money that they're making, can you please ask them for us? Because we want to know so we can report it. How many of them are donating to Black Lives Matter? That's one. And two, do they know exactly what they're donating to?
Yeah, where's that money going?
Because if you're so passionate about this and you're donating money because they don't have any office buildings, they don't have an overseer, they don't have a fundraiser, all this money is going to this organization. Is that money going to better schools in the black communities? What's it going toward?
Well, that's the thing. And that's a middleman. So if this organization, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, which we've heard rumors that it goes to Democratic candidates. I can't confirm that. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that it funnels through Black Lives Matter and it goes back into the cities. Now they're taking all this money out to pay all of these leaders of Black Lives Matter. When you're making millions of dollars, donate it direct. Then you're not going to have people take their piece here, their piece there, their piece there. Just donate to whatever charity you want. I know there's plenty of athletes that do donate to the single charities. Create your own charity.
Yeah, that's why kudos to Jonathan Isaac. Because I'd be hard pressed to see if there's any NBA players, 80% of the NBA, if there's any real players donating money to Black Lives Matter. You can put on a T-shirt and kneel. All that costs you is time. What's a T-shirt cost?
I'm sure the ones true to the cause are donating to it, but again, they probably have no idea where.
What are you donating to?
Yeah, I know.
Where's that money going?
Yep.
And I'm not getting into the whole DeVos family, the family that owns the Orlando Magic, but knowing them and how with their ground. For those of you who don't know, the DeVos family started by Rich DeVos. They were for you Gen Xers and Boomers out there. They were Rich DeVos was the founder of Amway. Some of you.
Well, that's why Amway is behind him.
Yeah.
On that thing. Okay. I had no idea.
Amway, and you talk about a company that preached working hard, and I'm not promoting multi-level marketing businesses. We're not doing that with pyramids. Yeah, we're not promoting that. But a family that preached hard work and compassionate capitalism and reaching for your goals and America. If anything that
America.
No, don't say that.
Just America.
America. If any company preached America and standing by it, it was the Amway organization. And they gave Jonathan Isaac, he should have the right to stand, just like all the other players.
Well, and he did. They gave him that right.
Yeah.
And his teammates didn't give him a hard time. It was just that reporter who couldn't let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Let's talk about the game.
I know.
Anyway, that's
at least.
Woo! It's a damn shame.
At least, in baseball I was pissed off too. But at least they did it before the anthem. They kneeled, and then they stood for the anthem.
Right.
Yeah, but that's why I said football, since this whole thing started with Kaepernick. But there is one player who stood up who I can't wait because...
Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big guy, too. I think he's a lineman, right?
Right.
We don't have his name right now. I know you're shouting at the camera, but
yeah.
He came
Try and
out...
make that dude kneel.
Yeah. In fact, he said something to that effect. It's like, good for him. And he's also black. African American, whatever you want me to call it.
Right.
You're okay with black, right?
Okay with black, yeah. I prefer to be called by my name, but if you have a descriptor attached to it.
Okay, well, he's
black.
He's black.
Articulate. Good looking.
Anyway, he said he is not going to kneel because he's proud of this country. And for all those that say they're still proud of this country, but they're kneeling in solidarity, can't you find solidarity without disrespecting the flag?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But I want to end up with that. But I think Jonathan Isaac, for a young guy, articulated that very well. He said donning a T-shirt and kneeling and putting on a T-shirt that says Black Lives Matter has absolutely positively nothing to do with the quality and lifestyle of black lives. Absolutely nothing. It's all for show.
Yeah. So let us know what you think. I know this is polarizing, which it shouldn't be. There was a time when even Democrats, Republicans, one thing they had in common is they all were proud of this country and they were all serving this country and they were all serving the Constitution. We get frustrated because it just doesn't seem that there's some out there that are serving this country anymore. So that's a shame, and that leads us into our next episode.
It's not just a shame.
It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame.
Again, you can get your "It's a Damn Shame" T-shirt at Teespring on Cedric and Brian.
Just shameless promotion. Jeez. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching again.
I'm premiering our next episode.
Oh, are you?
So our next episode, since we are talking about Black Lives,
This is new to me.
we're going to talk about our former president, aren't we?
Are we? Okay, yeah, we
On
are.
our next episode.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that.
You tell me not to be political, so I don't know. I never know what we're doing.
Well, we're not going to talk about the man who can't be mentioned, the orange man who can't be mentioned, but we can talk about our past presidents, right?
Okay, with doing a glowing light
Glowing.
because his life matters.
That's right.
Okay. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, and thank you for watching. Leave your comments in the comments section, and stay safe out there. Until next time, I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian. See ya.